Hey, TikTok, YouTube, all you internet folks. Clue Man here. So, had a great time in Puerto Rico recharging my batteries. I purposely kept myself on a news blackout for a month and 4 days. I barely looked at news because prior to that, prior to going down there after Trump had been elected, the minutia coming at us was just unprecedented. I mean, there's something new and absolutely ridiculous happening every day. For those of you who don't know, ridiculous is like a step above ridiculous. Um, ridiculous denotes that the problem is kind of small, penile, pecker, small dick, but a ridiculous gives you the impression that it's fucking getting really crazy now. I make up my own words, in case you were wondering. But no, I was thinking about, every time Trump Thin Skin makes a post to X or Z or whatever the fuck it's called now. They used to be called tweets. Every time he posts something on Truth Social or X, um, he'll make that comment at the end like, make America great again. And I've actually met Republicans and Trumplafucks who say, I just love that. I love that statement. Make America great again. That's the whole reason I'm voting for the guy. And I'm just like, oh my God, you dipshits. First of all, I don't know of any time we've ever been great. I can think of 5 times that come to mind when we were bordering on great or where we were pushing the envelope on great. First time being, abolishing slavery. I mean, we had to go to war with ourselves to do it. But once we abolished slavery, that was a good first step in working towards greatness. The second thing I think would be um, ending women's suffrage, like actually realizing that, women might not be just property, they're actually equal to us. I would say maybe they're even above equal to us because every one of us, every man, woman, and child came out of a woman. Okay, if it wasn't for women, none of us would be here. We're not a bunch of males walking around who just, you know, asexual who like reproduce by separating and creating another one of us. We didn't figure out cloning until just recently, but so I don't know. I would say that would be a second time when we started to look like we were great, when women gained some equality. They still aren't treated equal, but we're getting there. What's another time when we were great? I would say World War II, when we fought fascism and won, when we were able to put Hitler in his fucking place and keep the world from devolving into fascism. Even though that's what we're doing right now, a bunch of oligarchs and fascists have taken over our government, and now it's going to take the world to declare war on us, World War III, to get rid of Trump Hitler and his fucking fascist oligarch sycophant loyalists. But anyway, so that was a time when we were pretty great. That's why they call that the greatest generation, because we ended fascism. And then right after that, when the last great Republican, Dwight David Eisenhower, was in power, and he had the recipe for a robust middle class, we were pretty close to great then because we were taxing the rich people at what, like 91% over a certain amount. And guess what? Fucking we had everything we needed. Families could have one parent working. It was the man, because women didn't have complete equal rights then. They couldn't have a fucking checking account or any of that stuff without permission. But we could have one parent working, the other parent at home, and they could afford a house and a car, and fucking things were cheap. There was manufacturing. We were leading the world on stuff, and there was money for social programs because we were taxing the rich. We were almost great, but there was still a problem. Black people were drinking from a different drinking fountain and sitting in the back of the bus. So the next time we were almost great was in the 60s during the civil rights movement, when Lyndon Baines Johnson finally flipped that switch and said, you know what? Not only are women equal, but people of color are equal. So when I listen to Trump talking about making America great again, but then everything he stands for is going against the 5 things in our history that really started making us great, I scratch my head and wonder, what is it with you fucking hypocrite Republicans that you don't get it? Okay, the 5 things that I just named that started us on a direction towards greatness, Trump is trying to get rid of. He wants black people back in the back of the bus, drinking from a different drinking fountain. He wants to take away women's rights. He's a fucking fascist. Um, you know, he's okay with a second civil war. I mean, all the fucking shit, all the distance we've made. It's like we've taken 3 steps forward and now we're going to slide back 4 because you guys decided to elect a fascist wannabe dictator who's owned and run by oligarchs and other dictators from around the fucking globe. I don't get it. Anyway, there's your clues. And maybe you only get clues from me for another week. We'll see. Does it seem weird that they might be canceling TikTok like the day before fascism takes over? When this has become a platform where we can actually communicate and I can put videos like this out for you guys to listen to and research and go, never thought of it like that. Any hoozle, there's your clue.